on TV. And you've joined us here on Channel 26. And we are available to be viewed on Monday, Wednesday, Friday evenings at 6:30, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. So thanks for joining us. So we're out and about.
We are, Todd, and we have traveled to the India Community Center. It's here on Los Coches. They have a great fitness area, lots of programs here, but I'll tell you what, we're today in the yoga studio. And we have with us today a special guest, interviewing Dimple. I don't know the last name.
Bindra. Dimple Bindra, yes.
There we go. I got that right. And Dimple is a well-renowned yoga instructor here at the Indian Community Center.
Well, I understand she's award-winning here in Milpitas.
She is. She was picked as the best yoga instructor in the city of Milpitas by Post readers.
Well, terrific. Well, Dimple, it's good to get the opportunity to meet you and introduce you to our viewers.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, my name is Dimple Bindra, and I am a yoga instructor here at the Indian Community Center. I'm also a yoga therapist at Thrive Milpitas, which is about like a block down. And I also teach meditation, acupressure, hypnosis.
Boy, do we need that sometimes, don't we, Todd, with our businesses?
Sometimes, the real estate world can be a little stressful.
Yes, it can. Well, anyway, let's begin. Let me start. Dimple, tell us about your background, where you grew up, and why you selected yoga.
Sure. So I was born in Abu Dhabi, UAE, and I started working when I was just like 10 years old. So I used to sell a lot of cosmetics, and I was in the sales world, basically. So as I moved to the US, I was always in sales, and I always knew that life is much more than just selling. So I had to give up my corporate life, and I wanted to do something more meaningful for people. That's when I chose yoga.
I'll be darned. Yeah. That's great. And education background?
So education, yes. I have a background in psychology. I also have background in yoga, of course, meditation, acupressure, hypnosis, and past life regression. Back in India, and that's where I got my certification.
Ah, interesting.
Oh, terrific. Well, maybe you could tell us a little bit more about yoga for those who may not be as familiar with the discipline of yoga.
Yoga is basically a way of life. It's not just a physical exercise. It's not gymnastics. It's not acrobatics. It's basically how you really be in the moment while you're exercising. And it's also to concentrate and be mindful in exactly whatever you do.
Okay. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So, what kind of skills do you need to practice yoga?
Nothing. You just need a nose to breathe. That's all you need. And a physical body. Even if you have no limbs, that's fine too. You can still practice yoga. So you just need nose to breathe, because we really focus on breathing. It's the integration of body, mind, and the breath together. Yeah.
Okay.
So no skills.
You teach a variety of classes here, restorative, and then there's the power yoga. So you have different levels or disciplines of the yoga. Is that correct?
Definitely. Yeah. So there are about like 3,000 different forms of yoga all over India. Only about 10 different forms are practiced in the U.S. And restorative and power yoga is like, restorative will be level 1. Power is probably like level 5. So we only practice certain practices in fitness centers, in the gym, and there's a reason for it. Not everyone can do the other practices. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe share with folks what are some of the benefits of yoga.
Sure. So yoga has a lot of like different benefits, from blood pressure, like taking care of your blood pressure, to diabetes, to weight loss, to releasing stress. If you have any psychological like disorders, it's going to take care of that too. And if you want to just lose weight, yeah, for that too.
Great. Yeah. So you talked about meditation.
Yes.
And acupressure.
Yes.
Tell us about those.
So meditation, yes. So meditation will help you to clear up your mind, and it really helps you to focus and do one thing at a time mindfully instead of doing too many things at one time. Acupressure. Acupressure is basically very similar to acupuncture. The only difference is in acupuncture, they use needles all over your body to help you to balance the male and the feminine energy of the body, the yin and the yang. But through acupressure, what you do is it's more of fingers used on different parts of the body to help with current like different ailments, ranging from back pain to shoulder pain to headaches to cold, sinus, allergies.
So is that something you do on the
Yes,
patient?
On
or
the patients,
they
yes.
do? Okay.
Yeah, so either I would, if a patient comes in for and they have cold or they have a headache, I will use my hands and start doing pressing on their pressure points of their head, of their feet, because most of our pressure points are on our head, on our ears, on our neck, and our feet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. You also mentioned hypnosis and past life experiences. How does that integrate into what you do?
Okay, so hypnosis is very similar to mind programming, and I'm not a hypnotherapist. So what I do is, a lot of people, they have a lot of fears and phobias going on into their body. Sometimes they just want to lose weight and they don't know what to do. And so hypnosis really helps it's an altered state of consciousness where we take the person to like a deep state of relaxation, and the person is more open to receiving healing.
Okay.
Only by guiding them on what to do. So it's not that they go and they have no idea on what they're doing.
So
They
this is different than the guy I saw at the county fair who had the hypnosis act.
Yes. Okay. Totally different. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Totally different. It's
So is that something you provide then?
Yes.
And you do?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's
Hypnosis too.
interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
And past life regression is I would say a lot of people are not open to that idea, because they think, okay, life is here and life is now, and who knows what's going to happen next. But according to Buddhism, Sikhism, Hinduism, a lot of religions and philosophies, they say that a person, if he is born right now, he's born because he has not attained liberation yet. That's why he's born again. So people go into their past lives to find out what is the purpose of their life right now, and why were they born. And maybe they were born with some diseases which they don't know how to take care of it. So we take the person into their past life to take out the bad stuff, so that they can find out what is the reason why were they born, and then fulfill their life's purpose or fulfill their life's desires, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as I mentioned before to the viewers, you were selected as the best yoga instructor.
Thank you.
And by the Milpitas readers.
Thank you.
And go ahead. Why do you think you were picked that way?
I seriously don't know these, and I was
And I know
shocked.
you're humble. And I know you're very humble. So
I seriously have no idea why, but I think maybe it's because I don't relate to people just as a student and a teacher approach. So the relationship is not just transactional, like you come and you go and you do yoga and that's it. I really connect with people on deeper levels, and I think maybe this is what I think, probably added a little value to their life. And they probably felt it within themselves, and they thought, okay, we have changed a little bit, so let's give the credit to her. So maybe that's why I probably got it.
You're
But
sweet.
yeah,
Good.
so yeah.
well, and I can attest as one of your students.
Oh yeah, she's awesome in yoga, by the way.
Many years, and you certainly well deserve that award.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you help lots of your students, through yoga and meditation and some of the things that you practice.
Yes.
How has it impacted your personal life? How have you benefited?
Oh, a lot, I would say. As I was saying earlier, I was very young when I started working. So I was diagnosed with a lot of health conditions, and I didn't know what to do, and I never wanted to take prescription meds whatsoever. And I was overweight. I was about close to 200 pounds. That's when I was about 16 years old, and I walked into a yoga studio, and it just fascinated me when I saw people doing yoga, and I was like, okay. I tried it for the first time. My teacher said, hey, I think you have practiced yoga before. I was like, no, it's my first time. He said, no, you definitely have practiced it before. That's when something clicked onto me, because I was open to past life. So I thought, okay, I must be doing yoga. That's when it all started, my journey. How did it impact? A lot of ways. I lost so much weight. I'm much more calmer now. I used to have anger issues. I used to fight a lot. I used to curse a lot. Not anymore.
You're so sweet. I don't believe that. But
I have a hard time believing
I
that.
do.
Not anymore, but yeah, thanks to yoga and meditation. And I would say I was very much distracted at all times, but not anymore. So I really give all the credit to yoga and meditation.
So what kind of goals do you think they have here at the India Community Center? Maybe you're involved with the programming, or are they going to expand the yoga practice here? And we can
Right,
talk
so-
about what that's going on.
Sure. So the India Community Center, they hired me as an instructor, and they tried expanding the programs in the past. I'm not sure what they really want to do next, but I was just hired as an instructor, and I'm just an instructor right now. So I don't know what they want to do in the future.
Okay.
But in case they want to do something, I'll definitely be open to adding like different programs. Yeah.
Well, good. Well, one of the things we'd like to do for folks is perhaps do some demonstration
Yeah,
of
definitely.
what yoga is, how do you practice that.
Sure.
And I know maybe before we do that, we want to
Give you-
recognize you.
Oh,
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you, gift.
Thank you.
It's a Valley Homes on TV.
Thank you.
Autograph. I taught it myself. No.
Thank you.
We don't
Thank
go
you,
that
guys.
far.
Thank you.
So anyway, that will be.
Thank you. I
good
can wear
memory.
this. I can wear this
You can
to
wear that.
very soon whenever you come into class. Namaste everyone. So I'm going to show you a few poses that we'll be doing for yoga. They are going to be from my power yoga sequence. So we'll start off in downward dog. You'll spread your fingers completely and you'll push back. This is the most popular pose in downward dog. And you'll just keep your feet hip length apart, separate your fingers, lift your hips up as high as you can go, just maintaining that good stretch in the hips and the lower back. The next pose that we'll go to is called the fire hydrant position. You lift the right leg up as high as you can go and you'll bend it all the way to the left side. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Left leg goes up high, inhale. Exhale, bend it over to the right, just feeling that good stretch. This really helps to open up the hips. And then from here, we're gonna bend your knees, look straight ahead, jump forward into your chair pose, which is the next position. Your knees are completely bent and spread your fingers completely. I'm gonna face you guys here, okay? And now the next position will go into a balancing pose called Lord of the Dancer. So first your fingers completely facing together, and I'm going to face that way so that you guys can see better in a better view. Lifting the left leg up, concentrating on your breath, slowly back up. And another popular position is the tree pose. Just to bring your hands to your heart center, lifting the leg up, placing it anywhere on the standing leg. You can look at one position, focus, breathe, maintaining a stronger tree. And from here, we're gonna go down into standing leg split, which is to drop the hands down and lifting the back leg up as high as you can go. Again, all these poses really helps to balance each and every part of the body and of course strengthen the mind. From here, I'm gonna take it down to another position called the Warrior 3. We'll bring the hands to the heart center. You note all of these positions are balancing again. And we're gonna lift the back leg up, keeping it flexed. Extending the hands down all the way. Okay, next, we'll drop it back to our downward dog. I'll show you another position, really to open up the heart center. Right leg goes up all the way, move it down to the left side, and then simply go into reversing, opening up the heart center. This is called the freedom pose, getting rid of all the bad stuff in your body, all the negativity. Coming back into plank position, that's another pose. And then chaturanga, which is the standard push-up position. And then the cobra pose. Inhale in the cobra, exhale, downward dog. So I'm gonna go into the plank position next, which is your standard plank. Your belly button is in tight. And then to chaturanga, that's your push-up position. And then cobra pose, really good for the back, shoulders, and then downward dog. And from here, I'm gonna slowly come back up. Okay, I'm gonna come back up all the way, and thank you. That was my demonstration for yoga poses. So my name is Dimple, and if you wanted to get more information to ever learn yoga or meditation, you can always contact me at area code 347-236-6866. It's my cell phone number, or you can email me at yogacanheal, yogacanheal.com, or just visit my website, www.yogacanheal.com. Thank you.
Through the years, trends and styles may come and go, but the important things remain the same. Generation after generation, consistently there, creating moments and memories to last a lifetime. Like a true friend, the national parks have always been there for you, and now you can be there for them. Support the National Park Foundation and help protect America's treasured places.
First thing, Todd, I want to bring up economy heats up. Affordability is expected to take a hit in the next year as home prices and interest rates continue to rise. How do you feel about that?
Well, the affordability piece of the equation we're starting to see, and I know you see it every day with the number of people that are looking at property, right? When you have a listing, the number of people who are coming through those open houses, the number of offers on those properties. So the demand is definitely there,
Right.
Much greater than the supply, and that's pushing prices in an upward direction. So it's getting a little bit more expensive to own a home. Interest rate market here, actually in the short term, has been pretty stable. In fact, we've seen a little bit of dip here in the last few weeks. And there's still some uncertainty in the economy. Yeah, there's some signs that there's some health there, but the word I like to use is uncertainty. We had Shay Pereira, CPA, on with us here recently. And Shay talked about some of the changes in taxation. And those sort of things cause uncertainty in people's minds, and particularly about their plans for future investment. So that's kind of keeping some lid on increase in interest rates. So they're still real affordable right now, which is the good news.
Excuse me.
But there is some speculation as we go through the year, if we do see the economy start to heat up a little bit more, that we might see interest rates come up a little bit, go up a little bit higher. Again, we've been talking about this for the last several years. We've got to keep an eye on the unemployment rate. Under 6% is the Fed target, and inflation, 2% is the target there. Once we kind of hit those metrics, then we'll probably start to see some changes perhaps in Fed policy.
And I think that you're accurate when you talk about uncertainty. I do talk to buyers coming in open houses, and the job market seems to be stable.
Yes.
But and I do think we're at a point. It's been widely publicized that we're out of the bottom of the market, and
Yes.
it's just on the way up, and they don't see a dip or any kind of change other than maybe an upward pressure of pricing. So the market's strong right now.
It is, and I think we're also returning to more of a balanced or more normal sort of market when it comes to the inventory of properties that are for sale.
I would agree.
We don't have the distressed properties like we had before.
It's interesting. Here's another article just a couple weeks ago in the San Jose Mercury News talking about is now an opportune time to sell. And I think it's a big question in a lot of sellers' minds. Should I sell now or wait for the spring? And there's a lot of factors that go into deciding, and of course, family planning, as Shay talked about. I'm sure you have to look at some tax consequences and what do you want for your family and planning as far as raising a family and what area you want to raise them at. But I don't think you can time it so well. I mean, it's been a good market, and it's going to remain a strong market.
Right.
And I think those decisions are a personal decision.
Well, right, and I know you talk to a lot of people who are considering selling their homes, and it's not always strictly the financial considerations that people have when they sell. There are all sorts of life events. People have relocations, changes in family structures, and other motivations that people have for selling.
I like that word, life events. Those are good.
Well, life happens, right?
Life
and
happens.
we react to those changes as we go along.
Yep.
So.
Okay, so let's go into some numbers.
Sure.
Let's look at what the market's doing. Let me give you some statistics. Back in December of 2012, We had an average single-family price in Milpitas of $711,000 and a median price of $660,000. And now December 2013, that's my most recent statistics. It's interesting, there's not a lot of change in the average price. It's $707,000. But what's bumped up is the median price. That's up to $730,000. And I think we're going to see that rise even a little bit more as the next few months.
Do you think that what do you think's behind that, driving the increase in the median price?
I don't know. I'm not really certain, other than I guess it's maybe limited market. There's very few. Inventory is tighter now than it was before. So that would
so with fewer sales, that tends to drive that number up.
Okay. And also we have a lot of upper end. We got homes over $1 million in Milpitas, and they're selling. So that's definitely driving that price up. Okay. So condos are continuing to rise. This is unbelievable. December 2012, $344,000 for average price. Median price $332,000. That's now shifted to $517,000 for average price and $521,000 for a median price. I did not expect.
Those have been some dramatic changes, particularly in the condominium market.
Yes, and particularly we've got so much building going on in the city that I would have thought that would have flooded the market and put more supply out there and maybe kept the prices stable, but that's not the case. What it goes to show you is that you still have young family. I have a family that I was working with just today, young married couple, and they have a couple children looking at a condominium, $400,000. So that's what's affordable, and that's what they're getting into, and they appreciate having that.
Well, I think the other thing it does is it provides evidence how great of a place Milpitas is to live. Folks want to live here. We've got great schools, shopping, real convenient location here in Silicon Valley to all the amenities that you want. Great parks. Exactly.
Great services,
Yeah. Who wouldn't want to live in Milpitas?
Well, we're being flagged down, so we could go on and on. So, Todd, thanks a lot again for everything you do and making this show happen. It's been a lot of fun, and we'll continue to do this. And
we enjoy doing it.
Yep. So we'll see you folks later. Thank you for watching Valley Homes on TV.